So this is a radio I recently purchased from a second-hand store. I'm going to hack it and put a jack into it so I can use it as an amp. It's pretty damn cool. It's got a tone which is really good to have, especially when you're hacking these on for an amp. It's only AM, it's 3 bands, so we shouldn't have a problem putting a jack in it, which I'll put on the side somewhere. But it's got a leather case that comes in. It's pretty easy to get into. You just got to lift these up, and then you've got the inside, which is a little cardboard battery holder, and then the positive, which is just a spring obviously, and the negative, which is there, and you can see it's pretty damn rusty. So I'm going to desolder that and remove it, put it in some rust remover, and we'll see how we go with that, but I should be able to clean that up okay. The other cool thing about this is it's got a volume pop, which you can see right there, and I don't even have to remove the cardboard backing, which is not going to be an issue anyhow if I have to, but I can just access it right here. So I'm going to go ahead, remove the rusted little metal plate there. We'll clean it up and see how we go. Alright, so I removed it. I had to cut the wire off the end because the solder is about 30 years old and wasn't moving anywhere. See that, I think? So this is the negative plate. You can see it's just rusted through, so I should be able to remove that rust with some rust remover. We'll let it soak for an hour or so. If not, I'll make up another plate and we'll use that, but I'd rather just use this one. It fits well. Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay. So I've got some rust remover. We'll dump this in this little bit I've got. I'll add some of this into there. We'll just let that sit. You can already see it's starting to react. So we're back, and a little bit of rust has come off, but not as much as I hoped. So I'm going to use a couple of little files that I've got and see if I can file it off. If not, I'll make my own out of some copper. I've been filing a little bit. I'm going to keep on filing this. See how we can get it coming up. We don't need it perfect, but we need it better than that. Okay, because it's not looking. So I'm not going to use this one anymore. It's too old. So I'm just going to make another one. Got a couple of bits of copper. Little plate. I'm going to put that across the top. I'll solder it down. A little tab there for the wire. And solder that down. Alright, so I've added some flux just to the inside. I'll use my little blowtorch and I'll just put some solder on either side. I might actually, saying that, I might cut a couple of bits. And we'll put that on the inside just to make sure. Just a bit there. A little bit there. I'll stick that on there. I want that, lift that little plate a little bit higher. So I'll start this little sucker up. Get myself a fair bit of solder. Get yourself one of these if you haven't. They're absolutely brilliant. Okay, so we'll get this thing hot. Okay, there goes the solder. And just touch it. Don't breathe it in. Alright, let that cool down. Then we've got ourselves. Alright, so that's the plate. It'll work fine. I'll put a little bit of solder on the ends, and we'll put it in, and I'll wire it up, and that should easily replace this rusted, corroded. So this is the jack I'll be using. It's a 1/4" jack, radio signals, but you can see the volume pot there. You can see that there's 3, 4, 5 solder points. And what I'll do, once I've got all this up and running, is to touch on each solder point, play the guitar, and if sound comes out. So I've got my axe plugged in to the input jack there. I'm going to turn this thing on, and we'll see if we can get some sounds out of it. Alright, so after a bit of testing and trying each of those little solder points with the wire, I discovered the middle one there will ensure that it turns into an amp. It's making a bit of a humming sound, so I've got to have a play with it, but I'm going to solder that on anyhow, get the connection correct, and then we'll go from there. But the others, okay, so you can just make out that I've soldered that wire onto that middle lug. You can hear it hissing a bit when I plug it in. Hit the guitar. Pretty dirty goddamn sound, man. Isn't that reverb? So I'm going to drill a hole just there. Okie dokie, I've got the input jack in. Fits pretty well. It's a pretty tight fit because the cowling is so thick on this radio, but I managed not to wreck the leather, or fake leather I guess it's made out of. Well, you can't see it because the bolt's hiding it, which is good, but you can see it from this side. There's the little jack, input jack, and the wires. Yeah, I'm going to close this up now and plug it in and hear what it sounds like. Alright, so finished it. Pretty happy with it actually. Haven't tested it yet. I've only plucked a couple of strings to make sure that the wiring's okay. So yeah, that's it. Just a simple plug on the side. Radio looks like it hasn't been touched, so yeah, so let's test it. Fingers crossed. Let's plug the axe in. Alright. Plug this into the side. I'm not going to turn up too loud to start off with. I'll just try it a little bit. Bit of volume. See what that sounds like. Pretty good. Rough, but got some nice reverb. Yeah, it sounds pretty good actually. Sounds nice. Yep, pretty happy with that. Let's pump up the sound a bit. Give it a bit more high tones. Oh yeah. Faces here. It sounds good. I'm happy with it. I'll turn the tone out a bit. Give that a shot again. Let's just play D. Sorry, E. I'll drop it right down. It's very deep. Put the highest tone I can possibly go. Mid-tones. Let's give it a full volume. E. It's not, doesn't play that well. Maybe I need to do a drop D or something. But alright, it's actually sounding better if I bring the volume right down. Just